Best in the business, Kirby Alexander.
The following match is a singles contest and is for the Freelance Wrestling World Championship.
I mean, it's worth noting and not glossing over, as Kirby Alexander just mentioned, a sold-out crowd here in the Logan Square Auditorium. We had to turn a lot of individuals away, so please get your tickets in advance. Our next show will be on March 6th. I have it on good authority. The attendance here tonight is a record 93,000 individuals in the Logan Square Auditorium. We want to thank each and every one of you. And now we stare at the future Freelance Wrestling World Champion, Robert Anthony.
I'm staring at the current champion, pasted all over his tights.
Oh, jeez.
Robert Anthony, the man who debuted at Freelance in December of 2014. He was in the first ever Freelance Wrestling World Championship match at Freelance versus the World 1. He was the first #1 contender for that championship. He wrestled for it in October of 2015, and then again in December of 2017. But in the 5 years that Robert Anthony's been a member of the Freelance roster, the one thing he hasn't been able to accomplish is be the champion. Is tonight Robert Anthony's moment in the sun, Sterling?
I will say, came out. This is Robert Anthony's biggest opportunity. The opportunity he's rightfully deserved. He's put in the time. Year after year, he's been recognized in Freelance Awards. And now with Frank the Clown by his side, I think Robert Anthony is unstoppable.
I'm gonna add a little tidbit that most people will feel like is a bad omen for our current champion. February 12th, 2011. So we're talking about 5 years from the 9-year anniversary of that date. Robert Anthony beat John Moxley for the CZW World Championship. He can do something similar tonight. If he can beat Kylie Rae, have another promotion-shattering performance.
Well put.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Chicago's resident superstar. She is the Freelance champion. She is Freelance. And tonight, not only is she looking to successfully defend that championship for a second time, she is looking to give Robert Anthony the beating of his life. Sterling, let's run down this story between Robert Anthony and Kylie Rae. It started at the Midwest Mixtape in May of 2019.
And it's starting right now, K-Mel.
Robert Anthony had no interest in waiting. Waistlock, German suplex. We talked about this is emotionally charged. Frank the Clown and Robert Anthony called out Kylie Rae and said they wanted to wrestle her at Freelance versus the World 5. They wrestled in a handicap contest at Freelance versus the World 5. Kylie Rae pinned Frank the Clown in her, at the time we thought, last independent wrestling contest. Forearm shot. Robert Anthony looking to end it early. German suplex.
Well, we saw it happen at the end of the last show. The element of surprise kept the champion on the mat.
I mean, this is the worst possible start for the champion.
I think it's the best possible start, K-Mel, for Robert Anthony. Get Kylie Rae exactly where he wants her, unexpected. And right now, Robert Anthony's now just ripping at the shirt off of Kylie Rae.
Frank the Clown last month after they jumped Kylie Rae as she responds with shots.
And Robert Anthony's gonna say it's gonna take a little bit more than that, and she goes banging right into the steel post.
And I believe that might have been the previously injured collarbone, if I'm not mistaken, that landed on the ring post.
nearly career-ending injury of the collarbone in Japan.
Kylie, though, grabbing at the neck and shoulder. Look at the amazing trunks, though, from Robert Anthony. A real look in the mirror for Kylie Rae.
The psychological games being played by our challenger, Kylie Rae, though, defiant as ever as she's throwing her heaviest shots, landing forearms. Robert Anthony
It's going to take more
goading
than
her,
that.
though.
Jeez.
Frank the Clown has done wonders for the career of Robert Anthony. We are amongst a sold-out crowd here at the Logan Auditorium because of these two individuals.
Hard to argue with that, with the title being sent to the Clowns.
Kylie Rae grasping on the ropes. Unfortunately, that clown might be the manager of the Freelance champion in a few minutes.
Kylie not smiling too much now, is she?
No, Frank the Clown explicitly said they wanted to get rid of the smile of Kylie Rae. As Frank the Clown lands that cheap shot on the outside. They said that Kylie Rae took opportunities for granted. They referenced her run in AEW. They tried to poke at some of the things that maybe we shouldn't have known about in terms of Kylie Rae. This has become incredibly personal and emotionally charged between Robert Anthony and Kylie Rae. As she lands forearms,
She continues to battle back.
but these shots have not made much of an impact on the challenger.
Can take her smile, but not her heart, that's for sure.
Well, it's like you said, Kano, Robert Anthony's looking at nearly 5 years of frustration in this promotion. Constantly ebbing toward the top, constantly being in top
Cover,
programs.
1, 2.
Never quite able to climb the mountain.
And at one point, let's remember, Robert Anthony had the Freelance faithful at the palm of his hand the way that Kylie Rae does now.
I remember with Chris Hero, he filled the ring with people at the Abbey.
That was August of 2015.
Kylie Rae in a bad way with the boot across the face right now for Robert Anthony. And now Frank the Clown just choking Kylie Rae. And you know what, fellas? This is exactly why you bring someone like Frank the Clown in, right? To assist you, to manage you, and to help you. And that's exactly what he's done for Robert Anthony.
There have been questions of whether or not Frank the Clown was an asset or a liability, but so far tonight, Frank the Clown has been an asset for our challenger. Delayed vertical suplex still in progress.
There's blood rushing to the head and the inner neck. Oh, man.
And you can see Kylie Rae in absolute agony as the lower back connecting with that canvas. Robert Anthony going for a pin to kick out at 2.
Let's not forget this contest started with a leg drop onto the neck of the champion and just been nothing but assault to the neck hereafter. There, again, cinching that hold, bending the neck over just like the end of the last show.
Whatever you want to say about Robert Anthony, you can't question his ring generalship, his veteran experience. If he can find a target as a Freelance faithful, try to rally behind their champion, he is going to exploit it, and he's going to be ruthless about it.
Kylie now battling back.
But if there's anyone who's able to persevere, it is our champion, Kylie Rae, inside-out suplex. Robert Anthony's been one step ahead since before the bell rang in this contest.
Robert Ego Anthony just in total control right now. Could be looking for your favorite, Zach, Taco Pizza.
He is indeed. Here comes that surfboard. He's going to try it. Oh, man, that chop right to the back of the neck.
Look at the torque on the collarbone and the muscles.
Oh, he's just sat in so deep on it. Whoa!
Jesus Christ. Referee's got to do something here.
Nothing illegal about what's going on yet. And there it is. Taco Pizza.
And the elevation on that Taco Pizza and the hard fall. I mean, Kylie Rae is glossed over.
And for the first time, Robert Anthony is looking into the crowd, taking his eyes off the champion.
Cover, 1, 2. Frank the Clown realizing he's that much closer to capturing the Freelance Wrestling World Championship.
The fierceness in the face of our champion. But Robert Anthony smiling. He's relishing this. I think he wants Kylie Rae to be this emotional and this angry as she throws her hardest shots once again. Back elbow, absolutely flush, floors our champion. It has been a masterclass so far.
If we know one thing, we know that Robert Anthony watched the entirety of the contest last month of Kobe Durst against Kylie Rae. We saw Kylie Rae do some things we've never seen her do in this ring. And I think he's asking her to take those tools out of the box and show him that they're not going to work on him.
But that's a double-edged sword because we saw Kylie Rae take those tools out the box against GPA in that I Quit match. And that's what resulted in her winning. I don't know. German suplex again, and the explosiveness from the 6'3", 200-pound Robert Anthony.
Taking Kylie Rae to Suplex City and back over and over again.
I mean, he has landed at a minimum 5 German suplexes.
You're right about that. And you know what? He's softening her up for the kill shot. That Mandalorian driver, the same thing we saw at the end of our last show that left a lifeless Kylie Rae in the middle of that ring.
Knife edge chop.
Sometimes the shudder to the chest is more painful than the sound, and that was a prime example right there.
No way for her to go up against those ring ropes.
Look at the face, the look of focus in the face of Robert Anthony.
Removing the elbow pad, maybe also looking to maybe gain some momentum.
As he's taunting the Freelance faithful. Boot to the chin.
Every time Kylie fights back, this place takes it up a decibel, and she's doing just that right now.
Kylie Rae. She might be, as she's trying to get back to her feet.
Kylie looking for a count-out victory here.
Counters up to 3. And unfortunately, she might be so damaged right now that she doesn't believe she can win outside of a count-out.
I know Kylie thinks of that Freelance Wrestling World Championship as her precious title belt, but
right onto the barricade.
Chin onto the barricade.
Where's the gamemanship?
Look, as we talked about, that Freelance Championship means anything to Kylie Rae. Oh, come on!
Frank the Clown now. Inserting himself, I think at the right time, fellas.
Being the useless bag that he is.
Useless? That was pretty useful right there because now he's distracted the champ.
And unfortunately, it ended in a clothesline.
Wait a second, came out. Senior official Andy Long now having some words with Robert Anthony. Maybe, what is he doing? Distracting Robert Anthony? That's not going to help him capture the championship. What the fuck?
And senior official Andy Long just ejected Frank the Clown from our main event.
He just sent out the Clown.
Absolute bullshit.
Frank the Clown headed back to Party City in shame.
To disrespect.
Frank the Clown.
Oh, look at this!
What the?
Our other officials, Feldman and Meadowood and Jeremy, all assisting. As the Freelance faithful sing a tune that you usually hear on the south side on 35th.
Hauling Frank the Clown away like this is 26th in California.
Are we allowed to send him there?
Unbelievable. Frank did nothing wrong from a legal nature.
But what was the ace in the hole for Robert Anthony?
I don't know, it looks like it only made Anthony more angry.
Before Robert Anthony seemed to be gleeful and happy, he's upset now, he's mad. We've got 2 pissed off, angry fighters. Back elbow by Kylie Rae.
Kylie Rae still in a very bad way, I think being held up by the ring ropes at this point.
She's just escaping inevitable punishment from Robert Anthony.
But these might be her most effective strikes in the contest so far.
You're right about that.
Unlike early on, these shots are all weathering a challenger. Ducks the line, comes across.
Oh!
Look at the charity case. Transitioning to the charity case. Robert Anthony, middle of the ring.
Reach, Robert! Reach!
Robert Anthony has not moved an inch since being placed in the charity case. He might have to give it up. Kylie Rae trying to defend that championship, successfully defend that championship for a second time.
Robert, reach! Robert Anthony now with the strength and power. Has Kylie up. Sleeper!
Oh no, what? Andy Long is unconscious. And Robert Anthony just hit a cannonball that absolutely blocked our champion.
Both challenger, champion, and referee down.
There's not a conscious body in the ring currently.
It's like the WWE stock ticker out there.
All falls down at a rapid clip. You're right about that.
But obviously, I mean, where do we go from here?
Without an official, nowhere good.
The Freelance faithful getting behind Kylie Rae as they've done from time and time again, but tonight of all nights, the loudest they've ever been. The strength in numbers has been on the side of Kylie Rae all night.
The Freelance faithful are trying to power their champion.
Kylie now asking for it.
Oh, what a thud.
Asking, you shall receive.
But it has only fueled Kylie Rae. In spite of the force that Robert Anthony's generated with these shots, it has only made Kylie Rae stronger.
And she's battling. Violence party right now from Kylie Rae.
Forearms and chops, forearms and chops. Kylie Rae with that primal scream as she comes across, lands the kick to the knee, and then one to the temple. You can see the fire, the girl on fire, our champion.
Very smart offense by the champion.
As she just spits on Robert Anthony.
Kylie Rae is possessed.
Oh,
penalty kick to the throat.
Kick the Adam's apple down the throat of Robert Anthony.
His head almost ended up in the third row.
I don't know how Robert Anthony can breathe after that.
Kylie needs to get Robert Anthony in the ring. This is
the
biggest opportunity to capitalize.
But the unfortunate part is, the first time Kylie's been able to gain the initiative, it's with our senior referee still down.
Kylie, though, setting Robert Anthony up in a very precarious position.
But I believe, since she does recognize that fact, she's going to take advantage of this. We saw this last month. We saw Kylie Rae resort to tactics last month. She's willing to do anything to stay champion, especially when someone like Robert Anthony did what he did to her last month.
Someone like Robert Anthony came out.
Someone like Robert Anthony.
Jesus.
Right on the back.
This ruthless aggression from Kylie Rae we've seen.
She's not
She's
not conflicted this month. There is no conflict in Kylie Rae. She is reveling and slamming that barricade onto the back of Robert Anthony.
His head is up against the ring post.
Look at the wall.
Oh my God.
Robert Anthony is busted open. Unreal. What has Kylie done?
I did, at least for a moment. I thought I saw a little bit of conflict once she saw the blood dripping from the face of our challenger. But obviously, as she's searching for another object, obviously that didn't last very long.
I don't think it's a Band-Aid.
This mean streak, this unearthly instinct from Kylie Rae here in the year of 2020.
Sterling, at the onset of this contest, we had talked about it. Did Robert Anthony wanted to pull this out of her? Is he now regretting doing that?
I'm going to say yes.
The disrespect here from the Freelance faithful.
There is a look.
No one deserves this.
I think they're talking to Juju's.
There's a look of anger and hatred on the face of Kylie Rae that you seldom see. The only time you've truly seen it before was when she wrestled GPA. But that tells you how much she hates Robert Anthony as he's begging off.
He's bled all the way down to his trunks.
Robert Anthony is pleading with the champion. Does she need to go to these lengths? Put the chair down.
Kylie. She's got her hand on the trigger. Is she gonna pull it?
Ego is in a bad way right now as Kylie just...
This was a step too far.
She did the right thing, K-Mel. She did the right thing! As it gave the opportunity for Robert Anthony.
And she got her unjust reward for it. Robert Anthony taking advantage of the internal conflict Kylie Rae has to land that clothesline as he now positions that chair between the top and middle turnbuckle.
Robert Anthony struggling with his visibility right now.
I mean,
that blood gushing from the head.
You hate to speculate, but not only visibility, he's lost a tremendous amount of blood. That means you gotta wonder whether he's all there. Kylie Rae though,
Jesus!
She wasn't gonna make the same mistake twice.
Countering, sending Robert Anthony head first in that scoop chair. What? What is going on?
I mean, she's shocked by her own level of brutality. Cannonball. But as Zach said last month, Kylie Rae doesn't want to just be a one-defense champion.
What is she going to the wall one more time? Kylie Cannonball again! And again now Kylie Rae.
The trifecta of cannonballs.
Sending a message. Kylie Rae was in a bad way after our last show. She's making sure she never ends up like that again.
She's not only looking to repay that favor, she's looking to pay it not only in full, she's trying to double and triple it. He said she is looking to give Robert Anthony a beating. And over the last few minutes, I think to say at least that part has been accomplished.
And she's putting that chair in the face of Robert Anthony.
I mean, she is looking to scramble Robert Anthony's brains.
Jesus.
I think she's already done it.
Oh! My God! The boot right through the face of Robert Anthony. Jason Samoa Joe Necro Butcher with the sound.
Raw gets his feet too. And Robert Anthony stunningly, absolutely stunningly kicks out.
What is it going to take for Kylie Rae to walk out of here with that Freelance Wrestling World Championship? This means so much to Robert Anthony. K-Mel, you talked about it already. 5 years now, Robert Anthony has been here in Freelance, show after show after show. Finally, he gets a one-on-one opportunity for the championship.
Say what you will about Robert Anthony, but this also means everything to him. As Kylie Rae looks for that super kick. Wow.
Mandalorian trying to get her up on the shoulders, drills her center of the ring.
Robert Anthony
Wrestling logo underneath her.
Looking to double up.
We saw one last one, we saw one tonight, and here's another.
Robert Anthony looking for a third.
Anthony though, wobbly leg, looking for a third one. This is it.
This might be the fulfillment of a 5-year dream.
1, 2,
One,
two, three. God damn it!
Kylie Rae successfully defends the Freelance Championship and gives Robert Anthony the beating of his life in our main event.
You are absolutely right. I've never seen Robert Anthony take a beating like that. Look at him. He looks like a car wreck.
Robert Anthony's gone through great lengths in the past for championships.
Winner of the match, and still Freelance Wrestling World Champion,
Really, Frank?
I knew it. I knew came out that was not going to sit well with Frank the Clown.
Of course,
This is
because
disgusting.
Frank the Clown can't go mano a mano. He can't go face to face. He has to resort to jumping our champion after she had already won.
As he's just choking Kylie Rae.
So the referees that took him out earlier must have gone out for a drink because they missed Andy Long getting knocked down and now they're missing all this.
For the second straight month, Frank the Clown in a beatdown of our champion.
Take your complaints with the Athletic Commission in terms of why Frank the Clown's back here.
And you know what? I was going to give Robert Anthony props for the amount of heart that he showed tonight. But after this display, that's all gone. Robert Anthony's the same piece of shit he's always been.
Robert Anthony and Frank the Clown are unstoppable pair. They'll stop at nothing. Yeah, Kylie Rae may have won this contest, but
what is this? Gross error in judgment by the lighting team.
I mean, we had enough to pay the bills with this crowd, but unfortunately someone probably tripped the line.
No.
Wait a second.
Now,
hold on a second. That's the mask from last month. Maybe they hired someone. What the?
It's Craig Mitchell. The return of Craig Mitchell.
Craig Mitchell's seen enough.
Craig Mitchell hasn't been in a freelance ring since October of last year.
The Clown's hightailing and Robert Anthony just got clothesline.
And his return. Craig Mitchell decided to jump Robert Anthony. And for those who don't know, Robert Anthony made his debut at Freelance by jumping Craig Mitchell 5 years ago. It is a 5-year debt repaid from a man that we thought might have been done with professional wrestling as it is.
A lot of circles closing up tonight. And, Frank the Clown just added a brown stripe to that suit when he jumped out of the ring.
Craig Mitchell, one of the highly touted athletes in the Midwest we saw last year. We hadn't seen in some time as Craig Mitchell comes to the aid of Kylie Rae and helps her out.
Good guy Craig, aiding our champion as Kylie Rae successfully defends the Freelance Championship.
And Frank the Clown and Robert Anthony look on in the background.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us as Freelance Wrestling is presented. Send in the Clowns. We'll be back on March 6th